apologies. I'm trying to get things restarted ASAP. I don't know if it has, I don't know if it hasn't. I'm just checking, hold on. Sorry for missing the racing. We're only looking at F4 Shadow Realm, but I'm not sure if my stream's working or not at the minute. Come on. You know you want to. Yes, we are. Right. Okay. We're back. Sorry, people. Sorry, people. I don't know how long that was out for. Oh, that's a shame. So you lot might have missed some of the decent racing, unfortunately. So yeah, we are back online. Damn it. So Jambu then leading the pack. 5.5 second lead over TNR Philo. I had not seen my streamer disconnected, people. Sorry. So Philo in second then. Was looking to close in on Jambu. So he's just lost a bit of time. MRC Bobby in third, then 8.8 seconds back. Potter losing a bit more time. Now 4.2 seconds again out on the hard tyre. So a lot slower than MRC Bobby on front, who's out on the softs. So yes, apologies if you were watching that and all of a sudden there was nothing. I've just noticed it said the stream had disconnected and it was attempting to reconnect, but it didn't. So unfortunately, I don't know how much you've missed. We'll run through the pack again just to try and keep you lot updated. Jambu then in first, Philo in second, Bobby third, Potter Pot in fourth, RV Motorsport fifth, MRC Buddy sixth, Diablo seventh, now in the pits, Chrome Diggs in ninth. Sorry, Chrome Diggs up into eighth then with Diablo coming in the pits, Purcell ninth then, Silver Carter 10th. Diablo sitting in the pits, Chrissy Raz just coming through the chicane, then one last turn to go for Chrissy. Will she be able to get past Diablo? So yes, sorry peeps, the stream stopped working. I hadn't noticed. It all looks like it's running on my screen, but no, it actually disconnected. So I don't know how much you've missed. In fact, I can kind of check that out. Let's have a look. Oh, what a nightmare! No, I can't check. All right, it is what it is. So Chrissy Raz then 12th. Diablo's managing to get out of the pits in front of her. She's got just under a quarter of a tank of fuel on those racing hards, so she'll be looking to ditch those as soon as possible, I'd have thought. Get back on the faster tyres. 20 minutes left in this race. Well, sorry, 19 minutes left in this race. Big Baz 13th then on the racing mediums. A bit of a nightmare. Nightmare in the 90-degree left, and yeah, spun himself off track, pinged himself into the wall. Duco, where's Potter? Potter is fourth, I think. Just in the pits now. So he's getting rid of his hards. Looks like he's going for his last stint on the softs. He's pushed him a fair old chunk down the pack, but everyone else has got to stop for their third stint as well. So let's run through the order. So Dukes, I don't know what happened to the first stream. I don't know whether you've watched the whole thing. But I just, it stopped for some reason. But Jambu's leading the way, 6.6 seconds. He's got absolutely no fuel on board, so he'll be looking to ditch those racing mediums. Along with it, topping it with fuel. Oh, he's run himself a little bit deep there. He's on the gravel. He's lucky he didn't go too deep into that. He's going to lose a lot of time because of that. He's got a lot to play with. Philo's going to have to spend less time in the pits due to the amount of fuel he's got on board. He's holding a bit of a penalty. So Jambu will come in this lap then. So it's this corner we saw Big Baz go off on. Just put himself up into the wall. So up the back straight then towards the chicane. As soon as he comes through there, he's literally out of fuel. He's running to the absolute limit as Jambu on this stint. So he does come into the pits now. Right, let's see where TNR Philo comes through now. Again, still yet to put his third set of tyres on for Philo. Jambu taking on board fuel. MRC Bobby, or it's not, let me see Bobby. Bobby sneaking through into P2. Again, yet to pit for his last stint. RV Motorsport comes through to take P3. Again, I think he's got to stop for his last stint. MRC Buddy in 5th. So, just Jambu did come out in front of RV Motorsports. So he's come out on the racing hards for his final stint. He's gone for a full tank as well. So he's got the worst combination. He's got the heaviest tyre, the heaviest car with the slowest tyre at the minute. TNR Philo 7.8 seconds out front from MRC Buddy in second. Bobby, sorry. So if Bobby can stick out here, he'll have another good result tonight. Leading the championship at the minute is MRC Bobby. Jambu right behind him on points, holding second position. Looking through hairpin that time, although the heavy car and the hard tyres aren't going to be helping. So RV Motorsport 3 seconds back, 4th position currently. MRC Buddy in 5th. He's got a 3.4 second gap as well. Pot then looking to close in on MRC Buddy. He's now out on the fresh set of racing softs, running to the end on that tyre for Potter. 15 minutes left. Should just about to be able to make that work. And closing in on MRC Buddy as well. Purple sector from Potter and Pot. Is he looking for a fastest lap as well? Closing in on MRC Buddy up towards the chicane. For a little bit of on board with Potter Potts. So he gets a lot better drive out of the final turn. His fresh tyres working wonders. Closing in slowly on MRC Buddy in front. To avoid, so just come out of the pits. MRC Bobby, I think, has just come out of the pits. So down the inside of MRC Buddy into turn 1. You can see the dip there on Potter's car. So into the Mercedes arena through this left-hander. Cautious not to overshoot it on the exit here, and hard on the brakes. Coming out of the Mercedes arena then. Again, quite easy to cut that turn. You can't run it massively wide here, not pick up a penalty, so better to do so, keep the speed. Down into 3rd gear through this one. Down towards this right-hand 90. Again, quite easy to run it wide on the exit. Full power down towards the hairpin. So to close in on RV Motorsport in front, so into the hairpin then from Potter Pot. 3.2 seconds he's got to make up on RV Motorsport, not anymore. 3.1. MRC Bobby's got to fend off as well for this position. That gap 2.8 seconds. I've forgotten the track guide, so through the right-hander, down the back straight now, full power through this right-hand kick. 2 wheels on the curb through there for Potter. Hard on the brakes, just at the 75 metre mark. Through the chicane then, again easy to get it wrong through there, so 1 or 2 drivers get it wrong through there tonight. Up towards the final turn. Too tight to catch the pit wall, to slow you right down. So Potter Pot getting that gap down to 2.2 seconds on that lap. To close in on RV Motorsport, take that third position off him. So let's see what's going up front. TNR Philo then, 2.7 second gap from NGR Jambu. He's on his final stint, he's got the racing hards on. Jambu also on the racing hards, 2.1 seconds back now. RV Motorsports 3.3 seconds back from second position. Jambu, just seen him disappear around the corner there. Ultimate Pot then closed in, 1.8 seconds the gap between himself and RV. MRC Bobby, those hard tyres. He was 2.2 seconds behind Potter, he's now 5.6. So losing loads of time for MRC Bobby. Fifth position currently, a little bit deep through there as well. So the hard tyres not favouring MRC Bobby at the minute. MRC Buddy then, sixth position. He's also out on the hards. He's being hounded by Pav 46. He's out on the softs. So Buddy will be looking to keep this position off Pav. Looking to make a move down the inside into the hairpin. Not quite close enough, although Buddy's run himself in deep, giving plenty of room to Pav to go through. So Pav then up into 6. MRC Buddy on the hard tyre. Probably quite happy just to see him have slipstream. So Diablo 8th then, racing softs. He's got to run to the end on those tyres. Chromedix in 9th then for a set of racing hards. 8 back from Chromedix in front. He's got to worry about Silver Carter behind. That's only a second gap between those two. For a bit of action with Silver Carter, see if he can close in on Chromedix in front. Gap just 0.8 of a second at the minute. Closing in, it's down towards the chicane. So it's hard tyre versus soft tyre again, you can see the difference. Z4, like I say, one of the faster cars on the circuit tonight. To get the power down earlier for Silver Carter, closing in again on Chromedix, 0.3 of a second between the two. Should close up on the braking, look for a little bit of a move into turn 1. Maybe hoping Chromedix would go for a defensive move and then go for the switch back on him. So to hold on to 10th at the minute. Chromedix doing a good job of fending him off so far. Arena. See the drive that Silver Carter's got. They are side by side as they head down towards this left-hander. Who's going to brave it out? Silver Carter just has to back off. Chromedix having the inside line through there. So again, just gets the drive out of the corner. Is he going to make the move down towards the hairpin? So past he goes. You can't see that. There's a seat in the way. Chromedix just having to slot in behind. Not that you can see that either because there's a roll cage in the way. So Silver Carter up into 9th, then Chromedix 10th, Purcell 11th, Tracy Raz in 12th, P1 Big Baz in 13th, having a bit of a race of his own at the minute, 7.5 plus seconds either side of him. 14th, his racing softs looking a bit beaten up, 8.5 minutes to go on the clock. Shadow Realm then 18.5 seconds back, so he did have a 30-second gap. He's managed to claw some of that back. He's still got 8 minutes to play with. His tyres looking a little bit beaten up though. They are the mediums compared to the worn-out softs of MRC dangly balls. You never know, he might be able to close him in. So Jambu then battling out with Philo for P1. A little bit of contact between them. Philo holding out at the minute. He's got the inside line into the hairpin. Jambu's car just looks that little bit quicker. Philo fending him off for now. Pressure's on then for Philo. He's got to fend off Jambu for the rest of this race. Jambu now looking to run around the outside into the S's. That one. bit of that. So the old reverse bonnet cam looking at Jambu trying to make the move. Pot then up into the third. Closing in on these two in front. The soft tyre really working in Potter's favour at the minute. 7 minutes left on the clock. Plenty of time for Potter to try and get something done here. Philo losing his penalty, then allowing Jambu to come through, take the lead. And Potter McPot then has closed right up, but he's lost the tail end of that BMW. He's kept it in a straight line, but he's still closed up on Philo for second place. So Philo and Jambu both on the hard tyre. Jambu's hard tyres, they're hardly anywhere on them. Philo's hardly anywhere on them either. Potter McPot's a little bit of wear on his softs, but right in the fight now with Philo and Jambu. Top three. Big gap to MRC Bobby in fourth now. So it's on for P1 at the minute. 6.5 minutes remaining. Just got a little bit of breathing room at the minute. He's got a second gap between himself and Philo, while Potter and Pot and Philo battle it out for that second. So does Potter try to go down the inside of the hairpin? Philo's going to know that's the place to do it. So he doesn't go defensive, doesn't feel he has to. I think he just knows that Potter's got the pace on him. So we're slowing Potter down at the minute. So Jambu not able to make a break. Again, the hard tyre not quite working in his favour at this particular point in the race. 5.5 minutes to go. So this is where Potter's going to come sneak through. The faster tyre getting the better exit. Well, they are running side by side up the hill. Potter should be able to outbrake Philo, taking that second place then. And now he's got to concentrate on chasing down Jambu in front. Only 1.2 seconds up the road, 5 minutes left on the clock. So again, hard tyre for Jambu. 1.1 second the gap as it is. Managing to stick with Potter quite well. So still managing to keep that 1.1 second gap between himself and Potter at the minute. Although he's on the hard tyre, Potter's softs are looking a little bit worn now. You can see just the traction being lost there as he comes out the Mercedes arena. Looking to keep that in a straight line. He's got that gap back down to under a second though. Jambu's on it, but he's on the hard tyre. Potter McPot on the soft behind him. Philo then losing a bit more time. Then that hard tyre again not working in his favour at this point in the race. MRC Bobby as well had to drop onto the hard tyre, losing time to the three drivers in front. RV Motorsport fifth then. So not had a bad race for RV. 3 seconds back, or 3 seconds back now from MRC Bobby. He's also out on the hard tyre, so that might not be able to close in on Bob. Pav in 6th, 5.2 back. He's also out on a pretty worn set of racing softs. He's holding fastest lap of the race though, Pav, you sneaky boy, 1:54.2. MRC Buddy then still holding a bit of a penalty, 7.2 back from Pav then. He's racing hard, yeah, you can just see how much slower they are. Diablo, devastated set of racing softs. Down in 8th at the minute. Philo comes in the pits then, takes on his last set of tyres. A little bit of also keeps the hard, keeps the hard, he just has to go for fuel. So he does he just holds on to 3rd. that was if he came past. But Potomac Pot right on Jambu's tail now as they head up the, they just come out of the Mercedes arena. So it's on between these two for P1. They will get one more lap after this. Jambu managing to fend off Potomac Pot currently. Potomac Pot's tyres. The softs then. The wear on those softs starting to come into play massively for Potomac Pot. Must be trying to pile the pressure on Jambu as well. Right on Jambu then as we come into this back straight. Has he got the drive out of this final turn to make a move on Jambu in front? Again, a little bit of glitching from Jambu. He's going massively defensive. He's hugging that inside line. Can Potomac Pot running around the outside? He does do. Beautiful move by Potomac Pot to take P1. A little bit of contact, but it was a good move by Potter to take that place. Unfortunately, Jambu's just had to relinquish that one, drop himself into second place, and try and put the fight back on him. So a minute left on the clock. This will be final lap as they cross the line. So trying to drop the toe of Jambu then. Not giving him any advantage. Jambu closing up, under braking. So it's all going to get a bit punchy with these two being so close on the final lap. Let's hope there's no punting or side swiping going on. There's still a little bit of glitching from Jambu. And at this close, that could be causing all sorts of issues. But sticking close to Potomac Pot at the minute on this final lap. 20 seconds left on the clock. Now well out of that fight, down in third position, 6.4 seconds back. I will stick with this. Potomac Pot then holding on to P1, half a second in front of Jambu currently. Just extending a little bit through there, 0.7 of a second. So it's all starting to fall away for Jambu for the lead. He's only got 3-4 more turns to do it. He's almost a second back now, 0.8 of a second, 0.9 of a second, drifting that Ferrari, trying to thrash the crap out of it to keep up with Potomac Pot around these final few turns. Losing too much time now, 1.3 seconds back from Potomac Pot. Up towards the chicane then for the final time. It has flipped over. We are onto the final lap then. 26 laps tonight. Potomac Pot holds that 1.3 second lead as he comes around the final turn. Taking a good win for Potomac Pot. Points on the board for him. Jambu coming home in second though. That'll possibly, but that will put him up into the championship lead. Bit of a swervy swerve from Philo as he comes across the line. MRC Bobby then just coming around that final turn, taking fourth position. Still good points for Bob. RV Motorsport not that far back in the end. Fifth position for RV. 3.1 seconds back. MRC Buddy just comes around that final turn. He's going to come home and take the sixth position. I think he'd be happy with that. Quick handbrake into the wall for MRC Buddy. Diablo comes across the line. All sorts of stopping and starting going on. Oh, so Purcell's come across the line in front of him. I think Diablo was trying to drop his penalty there before he crossed the line. Unfortunately, that just allowed Purcell to come through and take that position. So, let me just look at those race results again. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's not what I'm looking for. So yes, Potomac Pot taking the win. Jambu coming home in second. Philo third. MRC Bobby fourth. RV Motorsports in fifth. Buddy in sixth. Purcell seventh. Diablo eighth. Silver Carter ninth. Chrome Dix 10th. Pav in 11th. Chrissy Raz 12th. Big Baz in 13th. Dangly Balls in 14th and Shadow Realm 15th. So yes, apologies about that stream, people. It cut out halfway through. I think, looking at what's going on outside, there's all sorts of flashing lights going on. I think we had a bit of a power cut, but only my streaming stopped, bizarrely. Yeah, my computer stayed on, the PlayStation stayed on, but yeah, it stopped streaming. But I can see alarm boxes flashing off outside, bizarrely. Let's just see what's going on in the chat. Yeah, Potomac Pot, thank you all, fantastic race. Yeah, it did look pretty clean. Like I say, I did see a couple of people spinning off into the walls. But, it looked like it was all their own doing. Everyone keeping it clean into turn one as well, that's good to see. So that was, albeit a bit of a shambles due to the streaming, not quite playing games. That was round 3 of the GR3 team versus team event hosted by Next Gen. So it's 4 different sim racing groups. We've got Next Gen Racing, Mature Racing Club, SimFX and CRT, which I think is Charlatan Race Team. So 4 different race teams, all battling it out, trying to take the win. As I say, 2 different lobbies. We've got Adey Gee's lobby as well running. That's the Pro-Am division, so only separated by a qualified time at the beginning of the season around this particular track here, funnily enough. So yes, round 3. I myself am back on Sunday for the BMWs at 7:30, final round of that. And then straight after that at 9 o'clock, we've got P1 RC's GR3 event, 2 races in that class, reverse grid second race. And then back on Monday, 8:30 for the Next Gen Racing Chewit Racing Mini Cooper Cup. That's always a good laugh. The minis always make some really good battles. It's a melee usually. And then back Tuesday night, exactly the same time for the Mini Challenge UK. So that's real world Mini Challenge drivers versus sim racers. Some of those from the Chewit Racing Mini Cooper Cup, or all of them from the Chewit Racing Mini Cooper Cup. And then back Wednesday for round 4 of this. So yes, I hope you've liked what you've watched, even though it cut out halfway through and we didn't know anything about it. Please don't think that's how it usually is, because it's not. They're usually a little bit more in one than that. So yes, I'm pretty much going to end it there. Dukes, thanks mate, cheers for sticking around. Why don't you send me a text to tell me that the stream had stopped, if it had stopped at all. Has it stopped, or has it just kept playing? I don't know. It's all been a bit bizarre. So yeah, that's it. I'm pretty much going to end the stream here, so you know what's coming up in the next week or so. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.